What if the decision to ignite World War III isn't made by a president in a high-stakes situation room, but by an algorithm in a silent, dark server farm? Imagine a machine calculating the exact moment of global collapse with a precision that human intuition can no longer match, while we unknowingly drift toward an automated Armageddon. This is no longer the plot of a science fiction film. It is the immediate reality of our global security landscape, where the phrase "computer says war" has become a terrifying provocation for the halls of power. We are currently witnessing a historic shift from classical cause and effect models of politics to a complex, non-linear reality defined by the intersection of quantum physics, high-dimensional AI, and ancient eschatology. For decades, we viewed the rise and fall of nations through a Newtonian lens, a world of predictable billiard ball mechanics where empires moved like clockwork. But today, elite researchers are moving AI from the battlefield into the war room. They're using random forest models and Bayesian neural networks to process variables like democracy levels, GDP ratios, and shared borders to reveal hidden correlations that no human analyst could ever uncover. In regions like West Africa, these systems have already identified specific pairs of nations with conflict probabilities exceeding 50%, signaling that the machine may see the next war long before the headlines do. Yet there is a dangerous catch. These neural networks are black boxes. They can forecast a global conflict with startling accuracy, but they cannot explain the transparent causal logic of why it is happening. We are effectively trusting the survival of our species to an intelligence we do not fully understand. This intellectual revolution is where the quantum physics of empires changes everything. Leading scholars now argue that the social world is not classical, it is fundamentally quantum mechanical. In this framework, nations are not just isolated blocks of land, but entangled systems where an event in one corner of the globe can have a non-local effect that transcends both space and time. We live in a state of social superposition where peace and war exist simultaneously as weighted potentials until a decision, a collapse of the wave function, is forced upon us. Consequently, the global race for the first practical quantum computer is not merely a technological competition, it is a race to control the very probability of our collective future. As this quantum race accelerates, the most immediate risk is the AI nuclear weapons nexus. While global powers have officially pledged to keep a human in the loop for launch decisions, the sheer speed of AI-driven decision support systems creates a backdrop of rapid change and profound uncertainty. There is a grave concern that human leaders suffering from automation bias will defer to algorithmically generated recommendations in the heat of a crisis, effectively abdicating their moral responsibility to a machine. This militarization is being driven by tech leviathans, powerful big tech companies that have recently aligned themselves with national security priorities, justifying the creation of AI weapons as their Oppenheimer moment. Within this unstable framework, specific geopolitical flashpoints like the Greater Israel Project serve as a potential catalyst for a wider global explosion. This vision, articulated from the top of government leadership as a spiritual and historical mission, seeks to expand borders from the Nile to the Euphrates. Proponents argue these lands are divinely granted, yet the realization of such borders would require the destruction of national sovereignty for multiple surrounding states. Such a pursuit could draw global superpowers into a regional mess from hell, shattering the existing international order and signaling the onset of World War III. However, even the most advanced AI warns of a recurring human pattern: decadence and military overstretch. As empires reach their peak of prosperity, they often fall into a trap of luxury and non-productive emotional ideas that erode the foundational social cohesion known as asabiya. When a nation's military ambitions exceed its economic sustainability, it enters a state of imperial overstretch. At this point, the marginal cost of defense far outweighs the marginal benefit of the land. AI simulations show these empires reaching a pseudo-steady state, a long, rich peak that appears stable but is endogenously forking into a rapid and catastrophic decline. Perhaps the most mind-bending connection lies in the intersection of advanced physics and eschatological narratives regarding the Dajjal, or Antichrist. Some theories suggest that the supernatural abilities of this figure are actually enabled by Dajjal tech, highly advanced technology derived from an origin in the future. The most critical component of this technology is fusion energy, the ultimate free energy that provides the massive power needed to manipulate space and time. It is theorized that the Dajjal is currently imprisoned on a lost island located within a massive magnetic anomaly. This environment creates a state of time dilation, where the Dajjal ages extremely slowly compared to the rest of the world, effectively engaging in forward time travel. Even more radical is the theory that the Dajjal uses this future technology to engage in backward time travel, attempting to create an endless loop to rewrite his own destiny and prevent the apocalypse. His ability to teleport and travel the Earth at incredible speeds is interpreted as the use of portals or wormholes enabled by fusion energy. Modern breakthroughs in fusion science are viewed by some as the beginning of the realization of this technology, suggesting that we may be unintentionally building the very systems the Dajjal will use to enter our dimension. It is further theorized that a future flip of the Earth's magnetic field will reveal his hidden location and open the doorway for his emergence. In this new paradigm, the line between advanced technology and ancient prophecy is beginning to melt. From the black box of the war room to the non-linear logic of quantum entanglement, our classical models of security are failing. We are entering a probabilistic new order where the decision to go to war is increasingly filtered through machine intelligence. Are we using AI to prevent the final war, or are we building the very systems that will ensure it? The machine has calculated the odds, the portals are opening, and the quantum physics of empires suggests that while the future may seem written, the collapse of the wave function is still in our hands.